Hi, welcome to your reading. So, at this time, you are being surrounded by a protective shield of light. So, this card here came out when I was shuffling this Divine Masters Oracle, El Moria, and it says, Spiritual force field, protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. And this energy is coming through really strongly as far as you are being protected by higher spiritual forces, but also it's a reminder for you to reinforce the protective shield that you put around your own self to protect your energy field at this time. So this is certainly a message for light workers, and there's just a call right now to be really mindful of where you put your attention, where you expend your energy. So just simply observing things is using your energy. And when you observe the world around you and you take in things from, like, say, the media, for example, you have to be really cognizant that it affects you on many levels. And one of those is your energy field. And we're really being asked as light workers right now to be very protective and discerning about what we give our energy to, what we give our attention to, and doing that in order to protect our energy field, to keep it lighter and higher, but also to know that we have support around us helping us do this. So something else that has come through in the last couple of days for me is Ganesha. So you may resonate with that particular Hindu god. El Moria is also associated with India. The book that comes with this deck, I read about this card, and it talks about how he was a figure both in real life, a person, and then I guess he ascended after this life to be an ascended master, and he has served to protect India. He did that both in his physical life and then spiritually afterwards, and he serves he's a very high ranking, like, spiritual ascended master, and he helps protect, and again, protecting your energy field. So I brought up Ganesha because that's been coming through as a symbol for me the last few days. And so let me tell you how it has come through. So this morning, I've been seeing references to Ganesha and elephants the last few days. So if you're familiar or not familiar with who that deity is, he's typically represented as a being with an elephant head and 4 arms. So he's a very common or very popular, revered deity in Hinduism. So he's come through for me a few times in the last year or so, and the last few days again. And last night I had a dream that, this is going to sound really silly, but there was like candy everywhere, sweets everywhere. And that is one of the things he's associated with. They're one of his symbols. Like if you ever see like a picture of him, like a painting, like art, you'll sometimes see him with like a bowl of sweets. And I don't remember, I did look this up before and I can't remember off the top of my head what that, because I wasn't prepared here to talk about him today, but how that is connected with him. If you know, you can share it in the comments below. But I had that dream last night, and this morning when I was meditating, I also scry, and I saw an elephant head where I was scrying. So that was another sign for me, and I heard the word Ganesh. And when I was getting dressed, I chose to wear this top. I don't wear it too often, and it has red in it, and this is the only piece of clothing I have with red in it, and he is also associated with the color red. And when I was putting my jewelry on, I opened my drawer and I was moving something out of the way to get to this star bracelet, but then I saw this bracelet here that my husband got me in India and has elephants all over it. My husband goes to India several times a year for work. So this is all playing a role, a sign in this reading here. So Ganesh, one of the things he is known for is being a remover of obstacles. And when I was reading about El Moria, He also helps remove obstacles, and that's one of the ways that he protects us. It's like we have this shield around us, protecting us from anything that would get in our way of our light working, of our higher purpose, our soul mission. So I hope you're still with me, and we're going to pull some more cards and just see what message that Spirit is trying to bring through to this collective at this time. I have the Wisdom of the Oracle cards here, so I'm going to pull a few from there, and then we'll pull some tarot and see what message Spirit has for you at this time. Okay, Spirit, what do they need to hear? Things are feeling like super, super quiet, like more than usual, and it's in the energy that I'm picking up. Like I feel like there's this really heavy pause, and I feel like it's connected to this protection. I don't know, I feel like the Lightworker collective is really being heavily protected and shielded at this time. So I don't know if that's going to come out in this message, but that's just something that I've been picking up the last couple of days, especially today. So I wanted to share that. It's feeling like really thick in the energy. I'm feeling it almost as a heaviness, but not in the way we usually think of heaviness. It's just like this density, and it's almost like this heavy force field of protection that I'm feeling around me. I don't know if you're feeling that as well. Let me know in the comments below, but there's definitely something about this heavy shield of protection being put around Lightworkers right now. So this first card that came out is Mending. That's also very interesting because, okay, co-create. There's something about forgiveness also coming through. I didn't know if it would come out in the reading, so I wasn't going to say anything about it, but since the first card out is Mending, I'll mention it. While I was getting ready, I started hearing the song, now I'm going to forget it. It's by the Bee Gees. Oh shoot, now I'm forgetting it. Hang on a second. It's a song about forgiveness. Let me pause the video and think about it for a second. Of course, as soon as I paused the video, I remembered. Who's Sorry Now? I think that's the title, but that's at least one of the lines in the song. Who's Sorry Now? What kind of fool? You don't want me to sing, but what kind of fool tears it apart, leaving me pain and sorrow? Okay, and then we have Imagine here. So we have Mending, Co-create, and Imagine. Yeah, there's just something here about this forgiveness and that song and mending. It's like Spirit is asking you, it's like we're being insulated with this kind of pause I was feeling in the energy, so we can clear out whatever might need to be forgiven in your life. And I'm just thinking how that ties in with the protective shield. It's like in order to move to the next phase in your soul mission, there's something that needs to be let go of, and it has something to do with forgiveness. And it may even be like forgiving yourself for something that maybe you're still holding on to, some kind of regret. And it's just the energy of that is something that's like creating obstacles to moving forward in your life. Because you're co-creating this with Spirit. So Spirit is coming in with, El Moria and the, spiritual force field. This is one of the ways that Spirit's helping you in your life. You're co-creating this. You're not doing this alone. You're creating your life. You're helping create the new earth. You're helping just create what we're experiencing now on earth with your frequency. But there's something here that you're being asked to mend. So we're going to get some tarot that is going to explain that a little bit more. And then we also have Imagine here. Yeah, it's like in order to free up your energy to imagine. See, that's part of the work that we do as light workers, is it's happening like in the invisible, in the the realm of like where the imagination lives. That's where your vibration is. And it's like clearing out your field so you can vibrate and emanate this higher frequency. But in order to do that, you need to let go of this energy that you might still be holding on to in just a few places. And it may be something from the way far past that you don't even think about anymore, but it's still kind of like living in your field, I'm feeling, that you need to forgive. So let's get the tarot out and see what this is about. So Spirit, show me mending here. What do they need to know about mending? What do they need to forgive? It's like forgiving so you can create something even better than you're imagining. It's going to like open up your energy field. I don't know if one just flipped there or not. Yes. Ten of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it's like the Ten of Swords is endings, and it's like being ready to just finally let something go and to let something be over. I feel like you're holding on to something. And this is feeling very collective. It's like there's something in light workers, and each of us have our own things that we're probably holding on to that we still need to forgive. But it's something that's related to allowing us to open up to bigger, better possibilities for the world, I'm hearing. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this mending. Let me get 3 clarifiers here. And I've been getting the Ten of Swords a lot in my readings recently. Yeah, these are the ways that you've been hurt. 7 of Swords, the ways that you've been betrayed by others. And I love how, you know, this 7 of Swords has the yellow on it, and then you can see the yellow in the background here. That's because this is like rock bottom. This is, you know, all the hurts, all these swords, all the ways that you've been hurt and stabbed in the back and betrayed. But the yellow here says that it's time to rise up, and it's the darkness before the dawn, and the dawn is almost here. But it's asking you to be the one to like take those swords out of your back. And, you know, I'm sure you've heard before that forgiveness is really something that we do for ourselves. When we forgive others, we forgive the ways that we've been hurt. It's really so that we can move forward with our lives, with our energy in a higher vibration. Like holding on to regrets or just the pain of the hurts that we've endured really only hurts us in the long term. The other person probably doesn't even know that you're still thinking about those things that they did, and it's not giving a free pass to those who've hurt us. But again, it's forgiveness is such a powerful tool for our own healing. Yeah. Okay, one more on mending, Spirit. And mending has number 52 on it, which reduces to a 7. The 8 of Swords. Yeah. It's like this hurt that you're holding on to is only hurting you. Like it's only keeping you trapped. It's keeping you trapped in your mind, like going over and over. 8 of Swords is a card of overthinking. And just kind of feeling trapped in your mind. But these wraps around her are actually very light, and she's the one that controls like when those things come loose, when those wraps, the things that have been holding her like in this tightness. You may even experience tightness in your body somewhere, and Spirit is saying as you release the hurts and you forgive your past, whether it's forgiving yourself or forgiving those who have hurt you, it's going to even have effects on your physical body, like just this release of tension and pain in your body. Yeah, I'm really feeling that. Like you look, the 10 of Swords in the back, you like, I'm not giving any kind of medical advice here, you know, little disclaimer, of course, like seek treatment, you know, for medical issues. Like if you do have pain in your back, it doesn't mean that when we get help medically that we're not also maybe addressing things that might have contributed to that pain that are spiritual in nature or emotional in nature. So yeah, so pain in your chest, your neck, your shoulders, your back, any of those kinds of places. Spirit wants you to release those. So let's clarify co-create, because I think this is going to give us a little bit more like advice and direction. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to say about co-create? And it's like we're also co-creating our own lives with the energy that we embody, with our thoughts, the thoughts that we think, the energy that we generate. Queen of Swords. And that creates our experience. And we have to realize like how much power we have over our own experience, our own life that we're creating. We're not just victims of circumstance, Spirit is saying. Like take the Queen of Swords, like taking your power back, making that decision to, I can see her like cutting these wraps on here. Like freeing yourself from this pain that you've been holding on to about how you were wronged. And it's kind of like a decision away. And that's the thing, like sometimes we hold on to pain because the person was wrong and the person really did hurt us, if it was a person or just a situation, like an injustice. And even though you know that you were right, so that's another card that I pulled today in my reading that I did for myself, and it said, let go of the need to be right. So there's somehow that's playing in. So this message, it's for me. A lot of these messages that are for the readings that I do for the collective, I'm part of this collective too, so the reading is for me also. So I have to dig deep and look to see like where there are things that I still need to forgive. Okay, see, this is Three of Wands, card of expansion. Like this is your energy. Wands are very much associated with energy. It's like that fire and that movement. Like you can't move forward until you let go of whatever it is that needs forgiving in your life. I get one more with co-create. And there's three things on this co-create card: the egg, the owl, and the cheetah. And the cheetah's making me think of like going the distance, right? The cheetahs are fast. It's fast movement. It's like moving out of that energy. And this is a 3 here, these 3 wands. Okay, let's get one more on co-create. And it's making a decision with that Queen of Swords, right? She's very decisive and she's a little bit like cold about it, right? She's not stuck in her head, but she's also not using her emotions. Like there's no emotion cards here yet, no cups. And usually things that are painful are things that live in our emotional body, and that can also cause pain in our physical body when we hold on to like negative experiences. And again, that's not saying that those things are okay and that you're now going to like be in a relationship with the person that hurt you if it's a person. I'm kind of feeling that for some of you just because there's 2 people on this card. But again, just carrying the pain and reliving it, revisiting it over and over, then only starts to harm you. So you're kind of being given this like spiritual force field at this time to give you sort of a time to remove this pain that's creating obstacles in your own life. Okay, one more on co-create here. Wow, the Sun, right? You couldn't ask for a better card than this. This is the happiness, the joy that you're waiting for. You're sitting here like waiting, like where is the joy? Where are the good things, the abundance, the freedom, the happiness? Like you're waiting for this, and maybe you just haven't realized until now that there's just this little bit of forgiveness somewhere in your life that you just need to let go of. And not the forgiveness that you need to let go of, but the pain that you let go of And that's really, so Spirit is saying that's what the forgiveness is. So that's coming through a little bit differently than sometimes we look at forgiveness, I think. Spirit is saying this is literally just a releasing of the pain and like the swords, especially in your mind, right? So we have lots of swords cards here. It's the thoughts that you keep thinking about the ways that you've been hurt and betrayed and the injustices. And Spirit is saying the way that forgiveness can look is simply like releasing the like stranglehold it has on your body, like on your energy field. It's doing something to restrict your energy field, is how I'm feeling this. You don't have to say anything to this person. Spirit's saying you don't even have to do some of the like practices you may have heard in the past about like how you can forgive someone by like writing a letter and burning it or something like that. Spirit's saying it isn't even that. This is directly connected to your energy body. Like this, imagine, I'm just seeing this as like an energy field. We even have on the El Moria card these like rays of light. This is your light, and it can't shine as bright, it can't expand as far as you want it to, because you're keeping yourself, you're keeping your light pulled in and smaller than it needs to be. Your force field, your spiritual force field is being restricted by not letting go of the pain. That it's really about the pain. It's not about the circumstance. It's about, there's a bird in the tree like straight ahead of me. He's just like sitting here watching me talk. It's the holding on to the pain and revisiting it over and over that is restricting your light. Okay, so now we're gonna get some clarifiers for the Imagine card, Four of Wands. That's reading like freedom to me, especially with the sun being right before that. Those are both cards. It's just like, I'm just feeling this like lightning in my body that I didn't realize before that moment when I just took that breath, that actually I was feeling kind of tense through my shoulders, and I didn't realize that. And I just think that's Spirit showing that kind of relief that you're going to feel when you finally decide to let go of that pain. That, I hope I'm like describing it well enough. This isn't like, yeah, it's the forgiveness that, it's almost like Spirit saying, don't even worry about the word forgiveness. That may actually make it harder to do. Spirit is saying there's some kind of like restriction and pain that's maybe showing up in your body physically. And it's related to not letting go of some kind of hurt in the past. And Spirit saying focus on releasing your thoughts and releasing the tension in your body. And that's going to automatically like equal forgiveness. Okay, the Hermit. Yeah, this is maybe spending some time in solitude, healing. This is the card of healing. That's going to bring you this freedom. And also I'm getting with the Hermit, like with his beard, reflecting on the wisdom you've gained from the pain. Like maybe reimagine, that's what I'm getting with this Imagine card. Reimagine the pain that you have endured, the things you've gone through, in such a way that you can see how it has taught you things, how it's changed you, how it's actually helping you heal. And when you let go of this pain and experience this forgiveness, you're going to see like how much wiser you feel. Like you're going to actually recognize your own wisdom. And I'm getting maturity, like emotional and spiritual maturity, like with this beard here. right, as a symbol of wisdom. And also we had the owl on this card, which is a symbol of wisdom. And it's like the pain that you've gone through. And I know you've probably heard that before, like everything happens for a reason, and there's lessons, and we learn and we grow. But Spirit is saying that it really is so important to change your perspective, to see that, like, that's going to be part of what will help you let go of how you were hurt, to see like how much wiser you are now. And then you can be this wise mentor for others, this guide for others with this light. You know, this is the light that's protected in this lantern, again, with that spiritual force field. But doing this like forgiveness thing is going to protect your light, preserve your light, I'm hearing, so that you can do your light work, so you can be this guide. It's really important to like clear your field, and there's all kinds of things that can gunk up our field, our light body, our spiritual force field, I wanted to say. And we strengthen that by releasing the gunk. And just one of the things that can gunk up our field, and the one that's coming through in this reading today, is, again, this forgiveness. And I'm being drawn to how on this card, with the mending, she's got a needle there, you know, and we had all of these swords that came out to clarify that. And it's like, you know, needles are sharp, and they are bringers of pain. And yeah, it's just something about releasing that is going to help you in your own light working, to like I'm getting freedom, like I said, with this card, freeing your light to expand even further, like outside of the confines of this little lantern, and just like expanding, look, all the way up into the heavens. Okay, let me get one more card on Imagine, and we'll wrap up this reading. Oh, the King of Pentacles. So the Pentacles are the body, and I was kind of surprised we hadn't gotten any Pentacles before now, because I was really feeling like how maybe this pain that you've been carrying because of the betrayals has affected your physical body. And with this being the King of Pentacles, it's really like being this master over your own physical body. Yeah, that's just what's coming through with the King of Pentacles there. And it's going to lead to you being this leader, this spiritual leader that is really successful and just sitting in a really like stable place. I feel like this is stabilizing your light, is how the King of Pentacles is coming through. I know he's often associated with money and that kind of thing, but I read cards intuitively, and just, you know, there's only so many cards in tarot, so Spirit has to use the cards and intuition to bring through the message that they want to bring. And I really feel, and I feel like the cards are kind of blurry. I don't know if it's my camera. I'm outside and it's kind of hazy here, so I think it's affecting the clarity of the cards, so I apologize. I just wanted to mention that. But I feel like this is about stabilizing your light, clearing your light, stabilizing your light. And let me get one more card here. I want to see what Spirit wants to close this reading with. I'm going to use the Wisdom of Oracle. Spirit, what do you want to leave them with, besides encouraging them to let go of these past hurts? And the Sun and the King of Pentacles are both, and the Four of Wands are success cards. So you're going to be successful in this endeavor. It's just going to give you, like, I'm just feeling freedom and stability and this expansion of your light. Okay, Spirit, one more Oracle card here. Ooh, change in the wind. I think you're just going to experience this. This wind is the key on this card. It's going to feel like this breath of fresh air coming in to just kind of like sweep your aura clean. And it's going to turn into change that you see in your physical environment. You know, with this King of Wands, you're going to feel like more stable in your body. I'm even getting, I know this is a zebra, but when I said stable, I was seeing like a horse in a stable here. So you're just going to feel so much stronger and like in your power and in control of your body. So I do feel like for some of you, this maybe have been something that affected your physical body, your health, and just feeling good in your body. And you're just going to feel this freedom and this like releasing of your energy. Your aura is going to be expanding and growing, and you're going to feel it in your body. You're going to feel good in your body. You're going to feel healthy, and you're going to feel like your energy actually changing and feeling so much better. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave today's message there. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated, I'd love to hear how. And please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you as part of my community. And I'll see you really soon. Bye.